What's up, guys? Friday, like 4:25 Eastern time. I was reading some articles on lordsofpain.net. Bret Hart had some comments about a few things about Daniel Bryan and WrestleMania that he feels that that the WWE has held him back long enough, and it's time for Daniel Bryan to make his march to superstardom, which in many eyes of the fans, we all know that he's already there, but officially he needs to get that title. He was also talking about CM Punk, and he also, and what he was saying was CM Punk gave it his all for 10 years, and like he said, it's hard traveling on the road day in and night out, uh, you know, for all this time straight. And when you see guys like Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, and numerous others come in and get a huge payday, I mean, a huge sum of money for being there part time while you're busting your butt for a whole year. Like Brett said, it sort of becomes unfair. And if people don't remember this, when CM Punk first came into the WWE, I mean nobody had no confidence in him whatsoever at all. And it wasn't until Paul Heyman really convinced everybody that CM Punk could be a major factor in the WWE. And even though he won the World Heavyweight title on a couple occasions, there was one night he was going on a pay-per-view. He didn't find out till that day that he had to lose to Jeff Hardy, and which really upset him. And I don't blame him because he had just got the title a short time ago. And so CM Punk was really abused in his early days in the WWE. And yes, he got his accolades. I mean, he was the longest reigning champion in the modern era of 234 days. Um, he had great match. 2012 was a great year for the WWE with CM Punk. He had some awesome matches with John Cena. There was a lot of good things going on. But in my opinion, the way CM Punk left the WWE right after the Royal Rumble is really what the WWE did to him the night he was going into a pay-per-view when he had the World Heavyweight title, and they told him he had to give up the belt. And he had no clue prior to that until the night of the pay-per-view. So CM Punk just gave it right back to the WWE. And Bret Hart was, he was talking about a lot of things like this. And he was also talking about the fact that he never got a chance to try to get his title back at WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels. Um, but Bret did bring out some, good points in the WWE. And I do want to make this point as well that as far as Vince McMahon goes, um, supposedly they had some good plans for Punk at WrestleMania. We haven't heard what those plans were. I mean, even up to now, we didn't even hear them earlier, whereas we were hearing a lot of rumors about everybody else. But obviously, that's not going to happen. But uh, Vince McMahon has a lot of respect for CM Punk, and he also hopes that somewhere down the road, because he knows he's got a lot left in him, he hopes he comes back, and I think he could be a major factor in the WWE. I know a lot of people are happy that he's gone. There's a lot of people that didn't like him. There's a lot of people in the management that hated him because he went off script and he did what he wanted to do. But sometimes that's what the WWE needs because let me tell you, if you people think that working in the WWE is an easy thing, I mean, you better look again because these guys go through hell. I mean, they're traveling all the time. There's a lot of guys that are busting their butt to try to get on the pay-per-views. They're trying to get on the big stage of it all, of WrestleMania. And there's guys that you thought were going to be there, like Sandow and Ziggler and Del Rio. I mean, and look what's happening. You get the Brock Lesnar's coming back for, a part-time gig. You got Batista coming back. He had a movie coming out. It's just like The Rock. The Rock came back because he had like 9 movies coming out, and basically he wanted to get the attention, and he got it. And that's the other thing too. With The Rock coming back last year at the Rumble in 2013 and defeating CM Punk, to me was a total wrongdoing for Punk, because what should have happened was Punk should have defended his belt at WrestleMania against John Cena, and then John Cena could have won it, because of the, you know, Cena has lost so many matches in 2012 against Punk. I mean, the WWE plays some weird scenarios, and I don't understand where they're going. And, I truly don't think this is all Vince McMahon. I think there's a lot of, Triple H involved in this, because if Triple H don't like you, you know, things aren't going to happen for you. And if he does, they are. Look at Randy Orton. Triple H and Randy Orton have been friends since like 2005. And Randy Orton is the unified champion. Now, to me, that was a misjustice. If anybody should have got it, it should have been Cena. I know a lot of people don't like that idea, but it should have been Cena, because Cena is the guy in the WWE. Now, with that being said, I understand, but why not Daniel Bryan if not Cena? I mean, because Triple H does not care for Daniel Bryan. And CM Punk knew this, and he had made remarks about this. And, that's part of the reason why he left, because things were just being one-sided in the WWE. If you were on the Triple H agenda, you had it made. If you weren't, hey, you're a so-so, superstar. So anyway, my video for today, it's a Friday. Peace out, everybody. And I am back.